All right, this is Mark Burdett with Cerasis, and I'm here with Kim at Tallock. And today, we're stopping by their booth 41023. And we just kind of wanted to see what they've got going on here, what they're showing us today, and maybe ask some more questions afterwards. So Kim,
sure.
If you could explain a little bit of what you got here.
All right, these are clinching machines. And I'll show you here. This one is all pneumatic, and it fastens two pieces of metal together without rivets or spot welding, which is good for energy savings for the spot welding, and as far as, you know, rivets, there's no pre-drilling. And as you can see here, it just forms a little button that fastens these two together just as strong.
Oh wow.
It's fast, you know, if I can do it, then
anyone
people who work at that machine can do it, yeah. So this one here is electric, and it's a little bit faster. A lot faster. So it does the same thing, but it's electric.
Electric, so pneumonic.
With this one, you're saving some money too.
Sure. So, in regards to your supply chain, just for the people kind of on our blog and listening and kind of tying the two together, what are some issues that you have within your supply chain?
I would say that when we are shipping machines, you know, the time frame, it can be a week's difference sometimes. You just don't know. So I would say they want to know where their machine is.
Right.
You know, you can say it's on the way, but where? It's halfway, it's almost there. So,
right. Some of that visibility.
Yeah, and I think you guys can help with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
yes,
track it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
that's great. Yeah.
We appreciate your time, and we definitely
thank you.
like seeing what you got here. So everyone come on down to booth 21023. It's right across from our booth, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
Hi, this is Mark Burdett with Cerasis, and here today I'm at booth 44034 with Keyed In Solutions with Andrew, and basically they have an ERP technology, and we just kind of wanted to come across them and ask what's kind of unique or cool about what you guys are offering today, or what you guys have to show.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Well, you know, we're an ERP system, right? So of course we can do things like manage a business and manage everything from quote to cash and invoicing and the pieces in between. But what makes us really different, and I would say special in a lot of ways, is that so many customers or people that we talk with in the marketplace, they have a solution they can't use. So it may have A to Z functionality built out, but it doesn't fit their business, so it ends up just collecting dust, being a tool they don't get any return from, right? So our philosophy is that if we can give you a solution, let's call it 80% done, right? It's the basics of what you need, but there's a little bit on the fringes that maybe is unique to how you go to market. Maybe how you configure items or how you order, or really whatever it may be. We have a platform that allows you to build that up on your own. People say, well, how many developers does it take? And I say, you don't need a developer. So you think about, really we have an object-oriented, a drag and drop, almost like a business flow, you know, set of arrows that allow you as an end customer, as an in-floor shop manager, to build out the application in a way that you can actually use it. So that's what makes us different.
That's awesome.
Yep.
You know, from to kind of tie it back together with what we do in our proprietary technology and freight logistics, you know, our TMS, we work with a lot of ERPs, and we totally kind of understand your guys' presence in that space, and also the fact of making it customizable, because we have proprietary technology as well, and having it user-friendly that we can kind of build to them is something that really speaks to us in general. And this is something that we would be able to kind of integrate with together through API connections, correct?
That's exactly right, yeah. So our application is a true cloud platform, right? So everything that you can do through the interface, you can do through an API. So when you think about integrating to things like order status, or you know, customer self-service portals, or external shipping calculators, nesting software that might help, you know, optimize material as it's going through batch jobs. Of course, we don't do everything under the sun, right? We do what we're good at, but what we can't do, we have hooks into. So absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Well, again, thank you, Andrew. Keyed In Solutions, booth 440344 at FabTech, and we look forward to working together.
All right.
Hopefully see some integration together down the pipeline.
Yeah, thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you. Mark Burdett with Cerasis, and we're a freight management company, and we're here today at FabTech talking with some of the people in the industry, really getting to learn a little bit more about them. So today I have John with Italmac at booth 40144, and we just kind of wanted to get together today, see what you guys do, if you could explain a little bit about your company, and then maybe ask another question.
Sure. No, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Italmac is a manufacturer of industrial metalworking machinery based in Italy, and I am the U.S. subsidiary. Italmac manufactures machinery for cutting and machining, as shown in this example, where we have a 4-axis machining center, and it ties into many industries, from window, door manufacturing, transportation, aerodynamics, anything that's involving metal, plastic, aluminum, typically profiled extrusions, where we can cut and do machining processes after that. And essentially, from the standpoint of from the manufacturer's position, there's a lot of opportunity to discuss specifics. When there is a specific process that needs to be done, Italmac has solutions to respond to those. So custom applications, that's right down our alley.
That's awesome. I appreciate that information. So I guess to kind of tie in what we do, what are some freight or transportation issues that you guys may have in the industry, or things that you would like to change within the shipping industry?
That's a good question, Mark, because I think the issue with transportation, with machinery especially, and a high value item, is the handling and the potential for damage. Ideally, we'd like to have everything picked up and delivered directly to the customer, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But in that instance, if something does happen, there should be some notification rather than send it on its way and then find out at the time it's at the customer's, oh, this has a broken whatever. So pre-notification, or at least monitoring the progress of shipment, would give way to a lot less issues happening.
I completely agree with you. Well, I thank you so much for your time, John, and thanks again. Remember, FabTech, booth number 40144. Come see Italmac.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thanks, dude.
All right.
Hello, this is Mark Burdett with Cerasis, with Mike here at RWM Casters Co. at booth 41122. And today we're here at FabTech, and we just kind of wanted to talk here with Mike and see what he's showing today and what kind of was going on, with something cool that we can kind of relay back to the people watching this video.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mark. Thanks for being here. We're happy to be here as well. So we're an industrial caster manufacturer. We focus on U.S. manufacturing, heavy-duty industrial caster and wheel products. So we're actually showing a multitude of our casters and wheels, trying to give customers a sampling of just a little bit of what's available. We have hundreds of thousands of products, so it gets really crazy when you think about it. But we just want to start the conversation, see if we can help customers out with their applications and problems that they usually have.
Awesome. Appreciate that information. So kind of a relation for us and some of our customers who view our blogs. What can you tell us about any issues that you have within supply chain that you've experienced?
Yeah, so the big thing for us is we invest a lot of time, a lot of money into making a quality product. We want to make sure that that quality makes it all the way through to our customers. So one of the challenges we have, especially with heavy industrial products, when we go to ship that product, sometimes transfer docks or something that'll get damaged. So we'll see all that work and effort that goes into the product, and the customer gets it and they're like, hey, this thing got dinged up in shipping.
Right.
We hate that. We don't want to see that at all. So
right.
that's probably one of our big things.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mike. We appreciate your time kind of explaining some of those things to us, and we'd like to view some of the products that you have and put them in our video as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, Mark.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for your time.
All right. right. I'm Mark Burdett with Cerasis, and here I'm with Brian at CreateTech Machine and Design, and we just wanted to stop by their booth 41026 here at FabTech to kind of see what they have going on today and show us what this is that we're looking at over here, and then maybe ask some questions about supply chain to kind of tie it back together with what we do.
Okay.
So if you just want to kind of tell us what you got here and what you guys do.
Well, this just happens to be one of our product lines. It's Speedy Cut. It's a thread tapping machine. We ship dozens of them a year. It's heavy. We have to truck normally LTL.
Sure.
Most of our equipment's LTL, but we do a lot of small package shipping with UPS.
Okay. So, and then I saw before it's the automotive, so you make these machines kind of for the automotive industry, or?
Yeah, and a lot of the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 OEM suppliers for the automotive.
Sure.
You can see we did have videos running, but we make full automated equipment.
Okay.
So if you had 1 million parts to run, we build the equipment to do it.
Awesome. So within your supply chain, what is the biggest issue that you might be having, just kind of for the people who visit our blogs and try to find information?
Biggest issue we have. Really just finding shippers.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is we know we do a lot of LTL shipments, and they never show up on time.
Sure.
You know, or we got a truck scheduled at 4 o'clock and they show up at noon, and then the truck driver stands around and stares at you for 4 hours.
Sure.
While we're finishing up, but no real issues.
Sure. No, I completely understand. It's a complex, supply chain is very complex, but we very much appreciate that information from you. And for people attending FabTech, please come see CreateTech Machine and Design, once again at booth 44026. Thank you.
And San Dimas football rules.
Hi, this is Mark Burdett with Cerasis here at FabTech, and I'm with Leandra here at booth 40644, Plant Engineering Services. And we just want to kind of talk to Leandra today, find out what they do, what's cool and unique about what they do, and talk about supply chain a little bit for some of our viewers. So Leandra?
Of course, yes. So we're an engineering firm, so we offer anything that's press related, whether it's controls upgrades, hydraulic upgrades. We'll do any of the safety to make so that you're compliant with ANSI and OSHA. In addition to this, we actually relocate presses. So we work with logistic companies quite often. As you can imagine, these presses that are about 7,000 tons can be pretty heavy. So lots of dealing with brokers, getting permits, all that jazz.
So why don't you tell us a little bit more kind of about your shipping process that you are intuitive with, or that you do?
Sure. Typically anything with purchasing, it's the same for our logistics too. We send out our request for quotes, gather 3 quotes, see who's competitive with pricing but also reliable, whether we have good vendor relationships with them, whether we actually have contact information of the driver too. Because as you can imagine, it's sometimes a 2-day transit, so it's important for us to always be able to be in contact with who has these loads that are basically irreplaceable.
Right.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, in your supply chain currently, what are some issues that you have or things that you'd like to see that's different within your supply chain?
One thing with logistics that drove me crazy a little bit when we were moving presses, you get a quote, you submit a purchase order, and you don't always have a driver locked in. But I kind of understand because I've seen both sides. My sister owned a logistics company. So I get that it goes on a job board, but I have been burnt sometimes where a load doesn't get picked up because there wasn't actually a driver.
Sure.
So maybe just a little bit more transparency. So with those vendors, we did get on the same page. Oh, you acknowledged my purchase order, but we don't actually have a driver. Okay, that's something that I need to know, and I appreciate knowing that information.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, that's a problem that a lot of people here have and that we've kind of heard before, and that's something that we'd love to talk to you with about, but I appreciate that information. And once again, for the people kind of viewing or here at FabTech, come check out Planned Engineering Services here at booth 40644 and come and talk to Leandra.
Thank you.